As we look onwards to the future under the new leadership of James Gunn, more and more detail is being revealed about what exactly we can expect from this brand new DC cinematic universe. While many are still reeling over the thought of brand new actors playing these iconic superheroes, most by this point understand that a new slate at DC is on the horizon. At this point, pretty much all of the original Snyderverse actors are gone, although there are some reports suggesting that Ezra Miller might stay on in his role as Flash. After the 10-year plan was released by Gunn yesterday, it seems unlikely that there will be a home for any of the old cast in this brand new universe. Gunn, as part of his press release, revealed a bunch of brand new movies that we can expect, and the first one will be here within the next 2 years. Although the previous universe had a massive focus on Batman and Wonder Woman, this brand new one will once again focus on Batman, but also this time around Green Lantern, and a more prominent role for whoever is slated next to be Superman. As part of this new plan, they will also heavily focus on animation, games, and television. Now, personally, for me, I have seen enough of DC superheroes on the TV screen. But it should be noted the new slate of series will not be your typical CW show, but rather more down the line of what we got from Peacemaker on HBO Max. At least I hope that is what we can expect to see. So during what Gunn calls Chapter 1, we will see 10 new moves or TV shows, and this phase of the plan will be referred to as Gods and Monsters. It will start with a new Superman movie in July of 2025, which is just over 2 years away. And from there they will build the rest of the universe around him, or so they say. Knowing DC, Superman will get 1 movie followed by 7 Batman movies and a Superman sequel that will not feature the Man of Steel at all. Now, the Green Lantern TV show is an interesting choice, but something that has been rumored for quite some time now. I am nervous about these superhero series as I feel they are extremely hard to pull off and most fail, but hopefully Gunn and produce magic with this show. I think CW has left a bad taste in many people's mouths, but I do believe the new shows will feature on HBO Max. Then we will actually get a Supergirl movie, and this is something that I am quite excited about. Although we did get the Supergirl TV series, this movie will mark the first time we see her in a standalone film, although it is likely that other superheroes will most likely make an appearance here as well. Right now, we still do not know who they are going to cast, but hopefully they will do her justice. Then once again we will also have to brace ourselves for yet another recasting of Batman. It is now all but confirmed that the Robert Pattinson Batman movies will have no connection with the main DCU story and will in fact be treated as a standalone project. It is extremely unlikely that Ben Affleck will be returning to that role, as they will most likely go with a much younger actor who can play the character for the next 10 years. Considering that DC releases a new Batman movie every 3 months, this new actor will have his work cut out for him like never before. DC also seems dead set on continuing with the whole Suicide Squad thing, but this time around they will not focus on movies but rather on Amanda Waller, as this character will be getting her very own series on HBO Max. Now, this is quite an interesting choice. It seems like they are trying to build the universe around Amanda Waller the same way that Marvel has built its universe around Nick Fury. Although might not be the worst idea, I do find it hard to imagine what she is going to do in her very own series. Although she is the person who recruits all of these villains to do tasks for her, the focus has always been on the actual Suicide Squad and not on Waller. It might be difficult to write a story for her that does not make her an afterthought in her very own show. She is not actually the one doing all of the fighting, so it could be hard writing a show off or just recruiting villains unless they decide to just write an interesting original story. It might be similar to what they did with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I guess only time will tell exactly what the thought process here is. The Amazon was also mentioned, although I did not see it as part of the Chapter 1 plan, which means that it will most likely be pushed out during the next phase of the plan. With that, we can probably expect some other superheroes like Flash to come back as well. Swamp Thing and the Authority will also have movies, but I know very little about these characters, and I think that is a reason why Gunn maybe wanted to focus on them instead of just your normal mainstays that we see all the time. Phase 1 will most likely conclude with the first Justice League movie, and if they do not end it that way, it could actually be a massive missed opportunity. Multiple Justice League movies need to happen in the next 10 years in order to just make all of this matter. Since they are building a universe and not just pushing out random movies, it is hard to imagine that all of these movies won't conclude with one massive theatrical release. I personally believe should happen after every phase. So far, in my opinion, I think that this whole plan looks good, and I think people will be happy to see Superman as a big focus in this plan, even if they are unhappy with the fact that Henry Cavill will not be playing him anymore. It is going to be interesting to see who they cast next, and whoever they are will be subjected to a lot of criticism. It is worth pointing out, however, that people's attention spans are extremely short, and most will have forgotten about Cavill's exit long before the new movie drops if they have not already forgotten. They might hail Cavill as the best Superman ever now, but they will soon move on to the new actor when the movie releases, something that is completely normal. Actors come and go, and this is how it always should be. New spins on iconic heroes and many different people getting the opportunity to play someone. No one actor should lay claim to any superhero, and there should always be new takes on them. Some storylines and performances we will not like and others we will love, but that is all part of the journey.